Hey, I'm Sean Norris, and I'm here to give you feedback on not one, not two, but 6 areas of significant learning from my creative presentation class. So with all that said, let's get right into it. Area 1, foundation knowledge. No matter what your job is in the entertainment industry, you're going to put on a presentation once in a while. You have to be creative. But being creative doesn't mean the show is all about you. The audience is a superhero. There's this technique called the superhero's journey. I find it to be the most appealing to me because it pulls you in and puts you in the speaker's shoes. Once that speaker puts you in their shoes, they succeeded in having you cross the threshold. Now it's what they do with this power determines how the speech will end up, whether they use it for evil, which you should never do, or whether they use it for greatness and good things to inspire others. Area 2, application. Let's see if I can have someone cross the threshold. Now don't worry, this slide's left blank on purpose. My first job was McDonald's. I remember the day of the interview like it was yesterday. The morning of, my mom and I were having a debate on if I should just wear a button-up shirt or a whole suit. She's obviously hoping for the suit, but I got her to compromise with the shirt and tie. So we get in the car and drive to the local McDonald's, which takes a max of 2 minutes because they're literally on every corner for some reason. My mom tells me she's going to come in and order some food, but ends up walking me in the whole restaurant like it's my first day of school asking for the manager. Embarrassed is not the word. Welcome back. Now, if you visualize me arguing with my mom over a shirt and tie, driving to McDonald's, and the incident inside the McDonald's, yes, I'm calling it an incident, I had you cross the threshold. Area 3, integration. I'm studying business, so yes, I am a businessman, but I'm also an artist. One of my forms of art is songwriting. I already paint visions with my lyrics, so that's what helped me with this class. For instance, being redundant in a song is a pet peeve of mine. So translating that to the business aspect and putting on the presentation, don't having a picture of an apple on the screen with the word apple under it and saying the apple verbally. You want to translate your message in a way that if you have a 3-year-old in the audience, they understand it, but do not insult the audience intelligence. Translating that into the business world, do not insult your client's intelligence, especially if you want certain funding from them. Area 4, human dimension. The significance of the course content is to teach everyone the skills to make their audience feel as passionate about their product as they do. Not including this one, I made 2 other videos in this class. The first was a horror slideshow I called Furry, which had bloopers at the end. And the second was my final project. I'm proud of them both, but I'm especially proud of my final project. I'm a very personal person, but for the first time, I've opened my life up to the public. The only thing I would do differently is reread the instructions carefully because it's not 4 to 6 minutes as I thought. It was actually just 4 minutes max. Learn from my mistakes. Area 5, caring. Watching countless TED Talks, I became inspired. And not just by what whoever was talking about whatever. It's the way they spoke about it. The way they emotionally moved the audience. In my songs, it's easy for me to provoke happiness, sometimes anger, depending on the subject. But as weird as it may sound, I want to be able to bring tears to people's eyes. But not in a bad way, in a beautiful way. I want to have the audience cross the threshold so deep into my shoes that they feel my pain. Or at least know I feel theirs. And finally, Area 6, learning how to learn. Now I know you're thinking, what? But hear me out. In group projects, I used to think I had to be verbally heard in order to be considered participating. Also, I used to think the person that spoke the most was usually considered themselves the group leader and would just run with that. Not the case. People just like to talk. I've actually learned how to sit back and let my work show itself and slide my notes in every now and then. That way, I make people wonder who I am instead of being out there and wondering if I can live up to the hype. And no matter what, own up to your work. Whether you do something really bad or you do something good, you take credit. And there you have it, 6 areas of significant learning. If you don't think that's a tongue twister, say it 6 times fast. I'm Sean Norris, and I'll see you in the future.